Donald Trump has come up with a thing that he's going to capture Greenland. Well, that is a previous news, but right now, how Europe is actually fighting the entire scenario, that is something very interesting. Why Greenland is so important for US President Donald Trump, that he is fighting the NATO itself and the entire European Union. We have always heard that Karan Arjun is a thing, but in the same and likewise manner, US and European Union is a thing. Without US, European Union is nothing, and without European Union, US is nothing. But Donald Trump has forgotten this entire thing, and he has been coming up with this whole thing that I can do anything I want. But right now in Greenland, Europe has come up with so many forces, and they have deployed so many armed forces out there, armed forces from Germany, and then France, and then from many other countries. They have been deployed there. When people were asked that why are they doing it, they were doing it just because they were telling us that it was a routinal military operation out there, but it was nothing like that. They are just really scared of the fact that Donald Trump can actually come up with a thing and attack Greenland like they have done in Venezuela right now. Donald Trump has been in a very attacking mode right now. He has attacked Iran also. Now he has been planning to get under the whole zone of Greenland. But Greenland's prime minister plus Denmark's prime minister, everybody has been very much clear of the fact that Greenland is not for the sale. Now, coming on this whole thing, why is Donald Trump so much fascinated with Greenland? Why all of a sudden Donald Trump wants Greenland like anything? Well, it's not the first time when Donald Trump wants Greenland. It was also back there in 2019 when Donald Trump had this whole desire to annex Greenland like anything. And at that point of time also, its prime minister came up with the thing that Greenland is not for the sale. And Europe is also detesting it right now. Europe is also saying that Greenland is for the people of Greenland and not for US and their witty desires out there. Greenland is a place which has so many resources right now. Greenland has rare earth minerals, it has sulfur, it has so many other things which is very much important. And also Greenland lies between the North America and Europe, which is making such a great strategic and geopolitical relevance out there. Not just that, the ice which is covering Greenland has been actually melting down, and it is actually coming up with so many resources and new ports. And because of that, and also new transactional ports as well, the route is also coming up. Because of that, Greenland has become a very desirable location for all the traders out there, for the market out there. And US have been coming up with this whole thing that, okay, if I cannot boost the economy and the problem which is going under US right now, I can do this one thing. I'm going to annex countries like this and put it up in my pocket and then claim that I've been doing all of this for US. But US does not want it. Since so long, none of the US president have come up with such desires of annexing countries like anything. But European Union is so ardent on the fact that they're not going to give it to the United States like anything. That's why all the NATO entirely is protecting Denmark right now. Because I'll tell you what, if this happens, if US will be very much easily able to capture Greenland. See, if strategically speaking, it's very easy for US to capture Greenland. It's not a big deal. If they can do it with Venezuela, Greenland would be very normal for them. Greenland is and just an island. US is the complete country which is having armed forces, nuclear powered, and so many things. It's very easy for US to do it. But European unions have been very much tight and very much determined with the fact that you cannot actually take it. And because of that, right now, Greenland is facing so many issues. People out there does not want US President Donald Trump, and not just that, how US President Donald Trump is reacting on this whole matter is very much important. And also, European Union is keeping an eye that China and Russia does not come as a sympathizer for the people of Greenland and out there, so that Greenland would not go and do allies with China and Russia. Because if Donald Trump comes in between and by any chance annex annex Greenland, then nobody will be able to stop China from annexing many of the Southeast Asian countries and many of the things out there. China would be like, if US can do it, I can also do it. China and US almost share the similar power. If you see, there's the only difference between 90 to 20, but that 90 to 20, who is at the supreme power, you cannot detect it, because many of the time you don't even get to know that what are they hiding behind the scene. And specifically, if I talk about China, what are they hiding behind their entire military base and everything? You won't get it, because their, in fact, their entire media houses works for the communist out there and the government out there, so you wouldn't be able to get it. Now, if this happens, China, nobody will stop China from annexing the entire Taiwan and so many other countries. They would be like grabbing and grabbing. And if we don't stop both of these countries, after that, it would be something like Alexander the Great annexing countries by countries. It will be working like Ashoka, who are killing people and, annexing so many of the states and everything. In the same manner, both of them can work right now. So this is a very crucial time, and we really hope the European Union, gets in it entirely and actually help them out, and actually do not let President Donald Trump to take the entire Greenland. And I am hoping on this one fact: when the midterm election gets in the US, please, being a US citizen, you have to be geopolitically active, and you should actually see your economic crash right now. You should actually see how the economy is failing. You should actually see how the country is going under so many death crises. You can actually see that how you as a person is getting unemployed out there. You should impeach Donald Trump, and none of the Republicans should win in the midterm election. That is what we can hope for. That is all for today. If you like such geopolitical scoop, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe Global Shark. This was Shivi Chitranshi, and thank you for watching us.